For generations, we've been told the same story. You must change your life in order to advance. Change your habits, change your mindset, change your circumstances. But here's the truth. Change has always been a lie. Hello and welcome to I Am. I'm David Andrade, the Identity Architect. This is where we don't chase transformation. We build the mechanics to live the identity you choose. Today, we break down the lies you've been told about change and reveal the truth about choice. But first, go to IamMethod.com and download a free copy of What is Controlling Your Life to give you an insight of who is in charge. So today, we're diving into one of the most important truths you'll ever hear. Choosing and changing are not the same, and only one of them holds your power. This isn't motivational opinion, it's mechanics. A pattern that runs your life whether you're aware of it or not. So let's slow down and unpack it. And maybe, just maybe, you'll stop chasing change and start reclaiming the most powerful force you have, your choice. We live in a world obsessed with changing ourselves. Whole industries are built on it. Change your mindset, change your life. My program will change your life. Fix your flaws, transform your life. It sounds noble, even inspiring, but the truth? The pursuit of change keeps you trapped in the idea that who you are right now is not enough. It creates a distance between your current self and some ideal future version of yourself. It subtly tells you, once you change, then you'll be worthy. Then you'll be powerful. Then you'll be ready. But here's the trap. That then keeps moving. You never arrive. And you never get to fully become because you're always chasing something else. Now let's contrast that with choice. Choice doesn't care about who you've been. It doesn't ask if you're perfect yet. It doesn't even care how long you've struggled. Choice asks, who do you want to be right now? And are you willing to act from that identity now? See, choosing is immediate. Choosing collapses time. Choosing is honest. Choosing is powerful. It's not about changing into someone. It's about expressing someone that's already within you. The moment you choose, the delay is gone. No changing, just being. No trying, just deciding. And that's what scares people. Choice doesn't give you time to hide. But here's the thing. Change postpones your power, and it expands time. Choice activates your power. Because change is always about the future. You think power comes after the transformation, but choice lives in the now. Power shows up the moment you do. Let me put it simply. When you pursue change, you wait to become. When you choose, you are. And once you understand that, once you realize that choosing is a command, not a reaction, you stop playing the victim of your circumstances and start becoming the architect of your identity. Let me give you a real-world example. Let's say you want to become more confident. The change mindset says, I'm going to take seminars, I'm going to read books, I'm going to listen to coaches, I'm going to take a course, I'll practice for months, then I'll become confident. You're stuck waiting to become someone else. The choice mindset says, I choose to act from confidence today. I don't need to wait to fill it. I choose to express it now. And when you do that, when you choose first, guess what happens? You begin collecting evidence. Your brain rewires. Confidence grows because you practice it in real time. That's real transformation. And it didn't require change. It required choice. Period. So here's my challenge to you today. Stop asking yourself, how do I change? Start asking, what am I choosing? You don't need to chase power. You don't need to become someone else. You just need to choose and keep choosing the version of you that already holds the life you want. This is the I Am method. And when you live by it, not once, but daily, you stop striving and you start living. But let me repeat the main point of this podcast because it's massively important. Like I've said, for generations, we've been told the same story. Change your life, change your habits, change your mindset, change your circumstances. But change has always been a lie. Pursuing change makes you weak. Most people live trapped in the idea of change. They think if I change my habits, if I change my mindset, if I change my circumstances, then one day I will finally arrive. But here's the problem. Change always sets your eyes on an end goal. It tricks your subconscious into believing there's some final version of you waiting out there in the distance. And because you're focused on the horizon, you stop moving into the now. You wait, you stall, you stay exactly where you are. Change promises a future that never arrives. It stretches time into endless striving. Tomorrow, next week, someday. It sells hope in the distance, but leaves people stuck in the same place. I hear this all the time. But David, I need to see change. I need to know where I've come from and if I'm meeting my goals. Here's the truth. Change can only ever be a record. It's like a mirror. It shows you where you've been, but it doesn't have any power to move you forward. Think about it. Looking at a scoreboard tells you the score, but it doesn't win the game. It's choices you make on the field right now that move the ball. So yes, you can glance at change to see a record of yesterday, but don't mistake that it has any power. The only thing that creates progress, that builds momentum, that moves you into the next level is choice. Change is essentially retrospective. It carries the weight of the past because it assumes you are moving away from what was towards some undefined what would be. It is anchored in yesterday's story, which makes it powerless to generate a forward solution in the present. Change is looking back and descriptive, not generative. It's a record, not a force. Change turns life into a staircase with no top step. Every time you climb, the stairs extend further away. There is no future self waiting to rescue you. There's only this moment. Choice, in contrast to change, is generative. It creates. It exists only in the now, and the act of choosing determines the state you will step into. That makes choice the mechanism for power, because it creates direction, reality, and identity instantly instead of waiting for a future arrival. And in this moment, you hold the most powerful act a human being can make: choice. Choice collapses time. Choice is not about becoming in the future. Choice is about being. Change is a lie. Choice is the truth. When you choose, you declare, I am. Not I will be. Not I hope to be. Not I am becoming someday. Simply, I am. The age of change is over. I'm the only one talking about this. I'm the only one that's willing to put my neck out and tell you that change is a lie. I'm the first one to talk about this. I'm the first one to challenge this, but I stick by it wholeheartedly because I want you to advance as fast as possible, as quickly as possible, to be the best of yourself. I no longer want you to chase what is out of reach or to climb the staircase that never ends. We stand in the present. We claim our identity. We choose our great one. The I Am method is not therapy. It's not motivation. It's not habit stacking. It's identity architecture. This is the reclamation of human agency. This is the end of change. If you tried to change and failed, you are never broken. You are only misled by the myth. Your life will not change. It will be chosen. You're not a project. You're not a work in progress. You're a choice. Choose today. Choose now. Choose your I am. If you made it to the end of this podcast, you're not just curious, you're courageous. So here's your mission. Erase the word change from your vocabulary. Not tomorrow, not later, right now. That word has no power. It only drags yesterday into today. Instead, I want you to step into the only force that moves you forward: choice. Make one choice, even the smallest one, that declares who you are right now. Then another and another. Keep choosing and don't stop. Because progress isn't born in waiting for change. Progress is born in the compounding of choice. And the moment you choose, you're already living as the person you decide to be. Your I am. Thank you for listening. If this hit you hard, share it with someone who's stuck chasing change. And remember, you can't change your life, but you can choose your great one. Go out there and take a bite out of life. And thank you for listening. But applying this podcast is where your true innate power lies. If you like this podcast and know someone who needs to stop trying to change their life, please share it and help me let people know where their real power lies in choosing. Go to iambmethod.com to download a free copy of What is Controlling Your Life to give you an insight of who is in charge. And also pick up a copy of my book, You Can't Change Your Life, but You Can Choose a Great One. Go out there and choose your life.